Hello and welcome back to SJ Cartier Limited Convos. And as it's Ramadan now, so Ramadan Kareem to all the brothers who will be starting their fast tomorrow on Wednesday, is it the 18th? Yeah, Wednesday the 18th of February 2026. And as I done last year, as I introduced everyone into what Ramadan means to me and gave a little insight of what I plan to do in my own personal journey, maybe to give some insight to other Muslims, or even just like I'm doing now for a recap for myself as well. As I say, a lot of this is my own like self medication, as I say, for me to teach myself in what I am doing, to remind myself of what I said I should do every Friday, to give myself a positive message as well as yourselves. And also when it comes to things like this, so I can then look at what my progress has been since last year. So it's quite funny, as I say, I started my YouTube January last year, and I done a Ramadan 2025 list, and it is actually still in my little notebook here. As you can see, I don't know if you can see properly. Hello. No, it's not for you, beautiful. Can you see? Yeah. So as you see, it's got like my little list of what I spoke about last year, and on there, I asked myself, this is what I requested of myself, to read more Quran, to learn how to control and lower my voice, try adding additional salahs to my daily routine, to get back to health and fitness, which may equals to gym, and to also give more charity. And what I put on the other side was what my issues were, or what I have controlled from my previous Ramadan. So one thing I had controlled was my temperament. I learned how to control my temperament. I've learned how to control my emotions, even when I am upset and I am angry. I've able to stop drinking alcohol completely. That happened. Me and my partner decided, is 4 years now? It's around 4 years now.
4 years.
4 years ago, after Ramadan. I think, did we even drink on Eid? We didn't, did we?
No,
We didn't. So what we actually said, because Ramadan was coming up, I think we decided from New Year's Eve, wasn't it? New Year's Day or something. We said New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, we'd have our last drink, and then a couple months later, it was coming into Ramadan. So really, I will say Ramadan also helped us make that decision, because it was like, because we're Muslims, really, why we decided to start drinking alcohol, because we realised there's a lot more things going on in our life than to drink alcohol and party. So we stopped drinking alcohol, and I also the Quran was revealed. The end of this Quran was finished in this month, which is one of the powerful reasons of why we should read the Quran. But also for me, I actually became Muslim at the beginning of a Ramadan. So I actually started learning knowledge just before Ramadan, nearly 20 years ago now. And I just then started learning before Ramadan, and I just happened to fall into now taking my Shahada and actually starting to fast. So I believe Ramadan for me has been special in those three reasons. It's helped me control my temperament, because I could lose my temper in a lot more silly occasions than I would now. I stopped drinking alcohol due to it, and it also was revealed to me. So as I say, Ramadan 2025, I plan to read more Quran. I will say I have read more Quran than possibly my previous year in the year between Ramadan last year and this year, because I have had actual apps on my phone which have been able for me to read the Quran. I've not going to say I've picked up my Quran as much as I did the year before, though, unfortunately, but I have been able to read more Quran on my phone, and get out of that stubbornness within myself to only read Quran from the Quran, get used to actually feeling authentic still to myself in reading via the phone, because I think that was my main reason. When I wanted to read Quran, I just wanted to pick up the Quran, and that was like an excuse for me when I could just read it on my phone, and I could also then not worry as too much with wuzu, because although I'm handling the Quran and I have to treat the device as I'm handling the Quran, the device is not the Quran. So I'm able to read that Quran without overly focusing on whether I need to go do wuzu or ghusl, if that makes sense. So I try to add additional salars to my daily routine. I will say salars have started to come in the last 3 months more prominently. 2 months, shall we say? 2 months, sorry. Where I am now at least praying 2 salars on average every day. It's still not 5, but I will say progress is better than nothing. So instead of staying still with no salars and randomly every Jummah salar, but randomly praying salars every now and again, I'm now at least praying 2, which is better than what I was doing. So that has improved. So I have tried to add additional salah to my daily routine. Lowering my voice, I'll have to ask you on this. Have I lowered my voice less in the last year than I have in the previous year?
What do you mean by low?
Like, so I did shout a lot. I used to shout a lot. Sorry. Do I shout a lot now, or do I not shout a lot now? Have I started to lower my voice in those situations? So have I been able to maintain? Because okay, then you see how you say sometimes I can be sarcastic but rude but polite. Do you get that? Like, is my tone a lot less loud when I'm trying to put across what I'm saying?
I feel like you talk a lot more. You just sound a lot more patient. You don't sound so. It's like quick to snap if people don't get what you're saying, how you say it, kind of thing. So now it's like you're a lot calmer, and you are like very different. Actually, it's a big change.
Okay.
It's a big change.
Actually, see your face.
In a year. It's actually really nice.
My voice has lowered on a normal day-to-day basis wherever we are.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay. Get back to health and fitness equaling gym. I haven't done that. I haven't lifted weights at all, really, have I?
No.
One thing I will say though is it's alright, Willow. One thing I will say I have done is though I have ran a lot more. So yeah, and actually tell a lie, I may not actually have lifted weights, but I will say I have actually possibly done more press ups and sit ups randomly in the house than I have the week before. It's posted through.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah, it's saying it's delivered.
Yeah. So have I? Do you think I've done more press ups, sit ups than I have? I may not have lifted weights, but I feel like in my own head, I feel like I have done more press ups and sit ups.
I think so, because you just out of nowhere will just start doing them wherever.
More than I did the year before.
Yeah, I feel like they just come a bit more now.
And I feel like I've ran more. Like, even to show you how I know I have ran more, I was walking down, and as I say, we was just on the phone, and we just know it's Ramadan now. So you know what I funnily thought? I thought, oh, let me run home from the train station. It's only because I was in jeans. I started running, but then it's because I was in jeans that I kind of say, oh, I can't be really running in jeans like this. It just looks silly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you see me running in my jeans, you probably think I've done something. So, you know what I mean? You're being trackies or shorts. It just doesn't look right running in your jeans, especially me. I might move fast, but I don't just run. You know what I'm trying to say? So unless I'm going post, you know what I'm trying to say? It's little runs. But I do feel I've ran a lot more. So my fitness, I am feeling like I'm getting back to my fitness in doing a lot more of the things I know I'm able to do than do a workout full session, if that makes sense. Which, as I say, something is better than nothing. As I say, give more charity. And have I given more charity? I think, I don't know. I feel like I probably have still. Because charity comes in more ways, and I feel like, you know what? Okay, then. Even when we went on holiday, how much charity did I give?
Yeah, I think you do a lot now, a lot for people most days. You just do things all the time to help people.
So it's like, I don't know, you get it. Like, I think, you know what it is? I think with my nature, I've always been someone that does things for people anyway. But I think it's that more. So, you know what? One powerful thing, which is what I'm going to go in, And I'm sorry, sometimes I do take long to get to what I'm trying to say, but this is like, as I say, a recap of what I was saying last year and kind of seeing how I'm going to improve in this year, because I have also now written at the side of here what I plan to do for Ramadan 2026. So, as I say, giving more charity. So in the last Friday, actually, not even in the last, it was last Friday, I've done something that I think is something I've been trying to do for a very long time, and I do it in my vocalized charity to people, giving sunnah, dawah to people. I give just praise to randomers, whether it's social networking, person. I try to uplift people's energy in whatever way I can, just randomly, if that makes sense. So I like to think I do that, but I think that recurring charity of getting rewards for one action, that then you can know as that action, they carry on with that action or grow with that, you can learn, you can gain rewards from. I haven't been able to do until last Friday. And in fact, coming up in the next few days on my website, you'll be able to also help me with this as well, because I've actually been able to now get some prayer mats that on the prayer mats they're able to teach you how to pray your fard salahs, your salahs that are that are required of you, basically. So we know we're supposed to pray 5 times a day, and there's some of us that until we learn how to pray, we're only getting a certain particular amount of reward. And then when we actually learn how to pray, we're able to gain a lot more reward. So if you have a look back over my videos, I went to a Light Upon Light in Birmingham. And if you have a look at, I'm going to tag some of these videos in there. So I'm going to tag last year's Ramadan 2025. I'm going to tag what I learned from Light Upon Light. I'm going to tag how I felt, a short from there as well. And you'll get an understanding of, from that moment, I've kind of fell back into the love of myself and my deen, if that makes sense. And there was something there that I found so beautiful that I actually decided to get some of them. So there was prayer mats there with that told you how Fatiha and gave us Surah Ikhlas on there as well. So it gave us certain surahs and showed us how to pray on there, on your prayer mat. And you know what, I'm going to get one now just to show you what I mean. So these prayer mats will actually be on my website very soon, in the next couple of days, to be extremely honest with you. And they will be for free. These will not be charged. So if you make an order, if there's something else you wanted on sjcartierlimited.com, you can buy them for free. You can add them to your cart with whatever your order is. Can I see my face properly?
No.
No. Okay. So yeah. If you was to make an order, you could just add this prayer mat to your order for free because you're already making an order. If this is all you wanted, then you'd have to pay shipping to your home address, wherever you may be in the UK or worldwide. And as you see, it will show you how to pray Salah completely. And this is such a beautiful idea. So for me, this is what I want help with, basically. Wherever you are, if you do not know how to pray, or you do know how to pray, and you know brothers that may not know how to pray, if you either have been Muslim for a very long time, or you have reverted to Islam and you don't know how to pray, I would like you to go and pick one of these up. If you don't have to come to me as well. This is where I say the beauty of it is, because I know if you get one of these and you pray on these, the reward I will get, I'll be so grateful for. You do not even know in this life and in the next. But you will also understand that if you then learn to pray and pass this on to someone, you will also gain that same reward, and we will continue to gain recurring rewards, all of us. So you don't even have to come to me. This is an app. You can go and get the app from themselves. You obviously have to pay shipping again if you want it from them, but you can go to them or me. I don't actually care. They will be on my website. They will be on theirs. They are free on theirs. They are free on mine. We have to just pay shipping. That is it. And you can download the app. And for me, this is why I actually done this as well. Because when I went to the Light Upon Light, I came back from there and I said to my partner, I just felt like, I feel like I felt back myself a little. Like even like just being back in Birmingham now, and it's like I'm being back in Birmingham and I was just there like a couple months ago. Whereas before I was having like 9 months, 12 months gaps of going into Birmingham. In the last 3 months, I've been to Birmingham how many times? 3, 4 times? I don't even know. Like 4 months. I went for the boxing. I went for funeral. I went for this
3 times.
3 times.
But this was just the beginning of this year.
Yeah,
the
but
other 2 were last year. But it's
yeah, but one was
in
last
months.
week and one was last week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like that energy of going to Birmingham and back and forth, it's kind of like that energy's feeding me back. But then it was also the beauty of being back in Birmingham and actually, as I said on my video, which I'll tag as I say in the comments, I'd been in a club. It was I was visiting the O2, and it's funny that the last time I went to the O2, that O2 was locked off because big artists are getting stabbed in the place. And my return to this place 5 years, 6 years later is actually now for Islamic thing, to see the place completely different and full of Islamic and dawah and sunnah and brothers and sisters just wanting to share the love of Islam. And it touched me. So since I've come back, I could not pray. And the fact that we download this app actually gives us a signal when it's Salah time, gives us a signal when it's the end, and it gives us a signal when it's the start. It's hard when you hear these signals to turn it down every single time. You can't do it. Like, as we know as Muslims, we have to know Salah. So this is why this is beautiful. I had to like get these from there because, as I say, we've got our own one. So we've got our own prayer mats. This is why I'm here today as well, because this is where we pray, if you understand. So this is why I thought it's the start of Ramadan 2026. Let's go to where me and my partner pray. This is where we pray. You know what I'm trying to say? But that will be on my website. You can go on the app and download the app. Get the reminders for Salah yourself. You can get the prayer mats for free, or you can browse my website, add them to any order you get, or just get one for free, pay shipping wherever you are. So that is what my recurring charity I want to get this year. And Friday I did drop some off at my local masjid, and I do plan in Ramadan to actually order some more and take some around to certain masjids and just drop them off for brothers that come that want to learn to pray or not. And that is my little recurring charity that I wasn't doing before. I was giving charity in just singular motions, actions, and I'm not able to even see what that could get because I don't know what they've learned, or, you know what I'm saying? This, I know I can gain. It's quite selfish in some ways, but I know it's a beauty of, this is the beauty of Islam. You know what I'm trying to say? Show love. Allah will show love upon us. And I know it was hard for me to learn Al-Fatiha and other surahs. So if I could have had this when I needed to learn Al-Fatiha, I would have learned this in seconds, Al-Fatiha. We didn't have this. I had to sit there and read Al-Fatiha and have an Imam repeat it to us, repeat it back, repeat it back, go through it line by line, repeat it, then be randomly questioned to say it. And that's how we learned. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Until we learned how to say Al-Fatiha. So that's how I actually learned Al-Fatiha, if that makes sense. But this would have been a lot easier.
Do Do you know where they might be good as well? It means you're getting a lot more, I suppose, because there's a lot of places to hand them out. But I think they might be really good in prisons as well.
Well, possibly. But
really good, because if people are just coming to it there, at least they can see, if they would let them have it, at least they can see in front of them and learn that way as well.
Well, Solar Pro, I'm only a small middleman in this. I'm just trying to, if they go fast, I'll get loads more and people can come to me and continue if they would like to. But Solar Pro, if you are listening, this is for you. Like, get them in the prisons, get them in schools, because it is a beautiful idea. And the fact that you do offer them free of charge is the beauty of it. Yes, you have to pay shipping, but how are you going to get it? For me, you can either meet me and collect as many as you want. I'm local to Wiltshire, Bristol, that area. Forget the business address. Yeah, with where I live. But or you can just order them the same way. But it's like, even for yourself, like, you may know a brother that doesn't know how to pray, or maybe feels ashamed to come to the masjid to learn to pray, or because I know not everybody has that confidence to ask when we need help, if that makes sense. So you may even just gain a reward by getting one and knowing someone and offering it in your masjid. You don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's a reward for me, a reward for you. Whether you get them from me, as I say, or you go to Solar Pro and order them yourself. But as we're running on, I'm going to start going into what my Ramadan 2026 targets are for this year. You haven't heard these either yet, so it'll be a first little one for you. As I say, you've heard the first one. Try and gain recurring charity. So charity that I can give, that I know 100% I'm going to get some recurring. Even if they just pray on it and they don't learn Al-Fatiha, I'll get some reward. I know this. It's recurring charity. I just want to do it. Yeah. I want to also read more Quran. And this is one that we will say, I think, until I am dead. Like, it's quite scary to think, like, I could read the Quran 100 times and I still would have to say the next Ramadan I need to read more Quran. So it doesn't really matter. This is one that will stay with us no matter how much Quran I read the last year. It will stay every Ramadan, read more Quran. Yeah. Obviously, I've explained the giving and gaining more recurring charity. Obviously, I'm currently on 2 average of salahs of the 5. I want to up that. I want to up that before the end of the year. I want to up that before summer. I want to up that even the month, say 6 weeks after Ramadan. I want that to be upped. Let's not say immediately after Ramadan, because we're still in that Ramadan vibe. You know what I mean? That's the easy part, continuing right after Ramadan. It's 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 months later on that we need to see if we're continuing. Need to see if I'm continuing. So that is something I want to be happy with. And I can say, as I say, luckily I've got my actual last year's ones. And the beauty of it is I asked to pray more and be praying more by next time Ramadan. And I actually got 2 salahs regularly in now. And it's not just 2. Sometimes I pray more than 2. But I'm just saying average 2. Do you get that? So it's a blessing that I am. In that sense, it is, because it's coming through, but I need more. I need to be praying 5 and not even feeling a way that I've prayed 5. Not even feeling like it's disrupting my day. Not coming up with any excuse that, oh, I need to do wuzu, I'm taking long, or no excuses. None at all. Just get them in. Even if I have to pray them later than I need to, just pray them. The reward may be less, but it's better than the sin of not doing it. Because that's the scary bit of it. The scary bit of Ramadan even. Can break your fast today, but breaking the rest of them is not where you want to be. Make mistakes, yes, ask for Allah's mercy, but Allah can't show mercy if you continuously make the same mistakes. And the end of the last one is to focus more on my personal journey. in Islam and in the normal life, I will say, because I feel like this is a bit of a personal bit. I feel like over the last 4 or 5 years, I haven't really focused on myself at all in many ways. I think my mindset, I think I focused on my mindset from before. And I feel like, yeah, I'm focusing on personally growing myself internally. But I think a lot of my actions on a more day to day basis, even with my business, is more focused around others than it is focused for myself, if that makes sense. So it's the same way I say to you. Like for me, if I was buying collectibles that I wanted for myself, I'll be just all, I don't want to let rid of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's kind of harder to let go of the things you know you've done for yourself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So when I want to focus more on doing more for myself, as I say, so instead of during Ramadan, I'm there focusing on my business and I'm trying to focus on getting products for people listed and getting this for you and you and you and you and forgetting myself. That's what I want to get through in this Ramadan. I want to focus on getting what I want instead of getting what you may want, because I want to get this for me, but I'm thinking of you and you, and I need to be a bit selfish. Start thinking of myself, because I do think I've given a lot away to people and even like helped people that sometimes you may not get. As I say, you don't see that recurring love in that sense, and then you think you could have focused more on yourself in that moment instead of wasting it, if that makes sense. Do you get it? And it's not to be selfish in that sense, as I say, because you've got to give more charity to people, but it's to understand when we're giving charity to people, never to forget ourselves. And that's the point that I'm trying to get at. You get it? Like, too busy trying to help, but never trying to help yourself completely, because you feel, for me, as I say, we'll be happy if tenner comes in or 10 grand comes in. It's the same vibe for us. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, we'll be a bit more excited and that, do a lot more things, but see, that energy of who we are is not going to change, if that makes sense. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Of being, you know what I'm trying to say? So I just want to kind of like get that into myself. Like, as I say, I'm always happy whatever, whether more's coming in or more's not coming in. You know what I'm trying to say? Whether we had a good week, a bad week, a good month, bad month, whether I prayed early or I didn't pray early, I can't make anything change my day. If I got in an argument in the shop over something silly, I can't be coming back and make that change my day. You know what I'm trying to say? And this is where I say more focused on myself, as I say. So you did say it, and I believe you, because I realise it in myself now. The last year I have been more content in how I give back my opinions, if that makes sense. So I've learned how to be a bit more give my opinions, but sound a lot more say it in a way that people they can't judge you for, if that makes sense. They can only judge you for what you've said and not by how you said it. Because that was a problem. I think I vocalize very factual things and I say it as it is, but the way I vocalized it wasn't the best way sometimes, which then may make them cry wolf, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? You know what I'm trying to say? So
cry wolf,
not cry wolf, but you know what I mean? Like, if
it just offends people.
It's not even that it's offending, because
someone.
It's not the offending. It's not offending them. It's the fact of being able to relay what I need to say and make it understood without you more focused on how I've said it. Do you get it? So I don't want you to think, oh, I don't care what he's saying, 'cause he's shouting and raring it. Oh, mate. But when you're talking to someone and you're talking just a bit more firmer but less loud, because as a black people, we get loud anyway. This is something you have to learn as a black person. You know what I'm trying to say? Can't be loud when you're vocalizing your disagreement, your upset. You have to know how to vocalize that in a mature way, that they can't disagree with, because you're vocalizing it in a calm, relaxed way, and what you're saying is not lies. Whereas whatever you were saying, whether it was lie, it's not lies, because you're saying it in a way people can judge you for the way you're saying it, and then make you act like you ain't right in what you're saying because you've said it in a way. So as I say, that's changed, isn't it? Like that's where my lower on my voice has come in, because instead of getting upset and hearing you raise your voice and loud in my voice and I just get louder. We don't get like that now. I'll just tone down my voice and just wait. I'll say, go on then, and let you talk, or whoever you know what I'm trying to say? And then we go into it instead of talking over each other, which is where the voice loud comes in. You get that? So I'm glad I've done that in that sense, but I think more personal journey, I need to like kind of, what's the word? I need to kind of just focus on myself a bit more, as I say. My personal journey. I've grown a lot in outside life, living life, family life, but sometimes we need to look at ourselves and really appreciate the life we have in that sense, and not keep chasing the world around us because we don't really appreciate the life we've got. So that's why I want to appreciate what I've got and just focus on myself, and that will come alongside with focusing on my deen, because when I start focusing on my deen, I start to focus on the more purer things that I want for me and my family, and I start becoming a better man, Muslim, father, partner, son, whatever it may be. So yeah, thank you for joining SJ Cartier Limited Convos. Let me know in the comments, is there anything that you are planning to do this Ramadan 2026? Anything you're looking to improve? Do you still have your Ramadan 2025 checklist of what you wanted to do? And have you continued with some? Have you forgot some? Are you going to try them again this year? Do you have new ones? Let me know in the comments. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking my videos. I appreciate you all. And may everybody's Ramadan be the best Ramadan we could ever have thought it was, in the growth of bringing ourselves closer to our Maker, Allah. And may Allah accept all our du'as and reward every fast for the brothers that are able to fast, and brothers and sisters that are able to fast. And for the brothers and sisters that are unable to fast, may Allah still reward you as if you fasted for the whole month. And inshallah, may we make Ramadan 2027. So yeah, thank you for joining SJ Cartier Limited Convos, and I hope you have a good day.